At the beginning of the 2017-2018 season, I felt that we had built a pretty solid version of the Slope Surfer. It was lighter and stronger than previous versions, and the grip that I felt when making a turn was significantly greater than I had felt from snowboards. The Slope Surfer had also achieved my first major goal, which was giving me a way to ride the mountain with my oldest son, provided, of course, that he's on a snowboard and I'm on a Slope Surfer. In my mind, there is no doubt that the Slope Surfer is easier to learn than a snowboard, and I felt that my experience in the video of Calico from the previous spring made this pretty clear. So the focus for the season became looking at the Slope Surfer's upper end performance. I started investigating what the expert snowboarders were doing. I could see that they were achieving some wonderfully tight, high acceleration carved turns. If I could make similar turns, then there was no telling what the pros would do with this thing. I could spend the next 20 minutes explaining the trade-offs of different configurations and parameters. And there are some fun stories, some involving me flying head over heels, related to what happens when you push a parameter to its limit. But the bottom line is that the results of the optimization process were not implemented until the end of the season. So rather than having videos of experts tearing up the slopes, there is just video of a 60-year-old novice doing what he likes, which is cruising the blues and greens. The current state of the Slope Surfer looks something like this. The dual edges, which get up on edge at a ratio of roughly 3:1 compared to the platform you stand on, combined with the fact that the front skis point into the turn while the back skis point away from the turn, the same way the wheels on a skateboard do, provides carved turns having significant acceleration and control requiring a minimum of talent. An error in the final version blocked the skis from getting fully up on edge, a simple fix that we made this summer. And our efforts to use the latest composites technology to make skis that are significantly lighter than are typical have resulted in something that appears strong enough to handle any normal load, but they are still lacking. I took some spills that resulted in jamming the tip of a ski into hard-packed snow while the rest of it, and me, was tumbling down the hill. A couple of these spills resulted in a crack in the top surface of a ski. So the plan at this point is to spend some of the summer making the next modifications, including further strengthening of the skis. Then at the beginning of the 2018-19 season, get this onto the feet of some experts. That is when we should see what the Slope Surfer can really do. In the meantime, please sign up for our newsletter. All roads to getting a robust and reasonably priced Slope Surfer in anybody's hands run through a show of interest. You can also use the contacts on this site to make any comments or ask any questions. If you are a composite structure enthusiast, let's chat. Oh yeah, and I let my son try it out. There's no way that I'm going to do any filming while riding his snowboard, so these last two shots were taken with me stationary. He tells me he likes it, and after a few runs, told me that the fact that he can stop more quickly on it allows him to comfortably go faster than he would on a snowboard. That is not at all what I wanted to hear, and if he winds up getting a Slope Surfer, it may shoot down my first major goal.